Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is the solved question paper of Technical Assistant Mines and Geology 2008 question paper. Welcome to set 2, and I hope this solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NETGATE, GSI and other exams. Welcome to set 2. Coming to the first question. A mineral possessing high specific gravity is, very simple question, A. calcite, B. albite, C. grossularite and D. barite. So the correct option is D. barite. Barite is barium sulfate. It is a widespread naturally occurring mineral with high gravity and with a specific gravity ranging from 4.2 to 4.6. Next question. Adularia belongs to which mineral group? A. feldspar, B. garnet, C. mica and D. pyroxene. Adularia belongs to feldspar group of minerals. So it is a feldspar mineral and with a composition KAlSi3O8, and it commonly forms in colorless, glassy, prismatic and twin crystals in low temperature veins of felsic plutonic rocks and in cavities in crystalline rocks. And typical occurrences include the schists of the Alps, and some adularia show an opalescent play of colors, and these are also known as a moonstone. Adularia belongs to feldspar. A is the correct option. Next question. Bladed form is found in, the choices are A. quartz, B. garnet, C. kyanite, D. hornblende. So the correct option is C. kyanite. Bladed form is found in kyanite. Kyanite is a naturally occurring aluminum silicate mineral, and that is usually found in shades of blue and green, and it can also be white, yellow or orange. The name kyanite, it comes from the Greek word kyanos, which means blue, and kyanite's bladed habit is the more distinctive feature than its color, and kyanite crystals, they often radiate out from a single point. So bladed form is found in kyanite. C is the correct option. Next question. Cross-hatched twinning is typically exhibited by, the choices are A. orthoclase, B. microcline, C. leucite and D. augite. Cross-hatched twinning is typically exhibited by microcline. So cross-hatched twinning, it is also known as a tartan or quadrille twinning. So this distinctive pattern, it is formed by intersecting albite and perthite twins, and so this microcline is a potash-rich feldspar mineral with the chemical formula KAlSi3O8, and it's commonly found in granites and pegmatites. So cross-hatched twinning is exhibited by microcline. B is the correct option. Next question. The direction where there is no double refraction is called as A. crystallographic axis, B. extinction axis, C. oblique axis, D. optic axis. The correct option is D. optic axis. The direction in a crystal where there is no double refraction is known as optic axis, and the optic axis is a direction in a crystal where the light can pass through without experiencing double refraction or birefringence, and the light traveling along the optic axis behaves as if it is traveling through a single medium. So the correct option is D. optic axis. The direction where there is no double refraction is called as optic axis. Next question. The phosphate mineral is A. gypsum, B. kyanite, C. apatite and D. andalusite. So the correct option is the phosphate mineral is apatite. Apatite is a phosphate mineral that is the main source of phosphorus, and it is a vital nutrient for plants, and it is found in many rocks including volcanic, sedimentary, metamorphic and plutonic rocks. So the phosphate mineral is apatite. C is the correct option. Next question. The boundary between the core and mantle is, it's also a very simple and straightforward question. A. Mohorovičić discontinuity, B. asthenosphere and C. Gutenberg discontinuity and D. Bowen discontinuity. So the correct option is C. Gutenberg discontinuity. So the boundary between the mantle and the core is also known as core mantle boundary or CMB or Gutenberg discontinuity, and it is located about 2900 kilometers below the Earth's surface, where the mantle ends and the liquid outer core begins. Next question. The average specific gravity of the Earth is, the choices are A. 5.8, B. 5.5, C. 5.7 and D. 4.5. So the average specific gravity of the Earth is 5.5. B is the correct option. Next question. The instrument used to detect earthquake is A. goniometer, B. terameter, C. refractometer and D. seismograph. So the instrument used to detect earthquake is known as a seismograph. Seismographs are the instrument used to record the motion of the ground during an earthquake. Next question. The theory of continental drift was suggested by A. Wegener, B. Fermat, C. Bowen and D. Ruffley. So the correct option is A. Wegener. The continental drift theory, also known as the Wegener's hypothesis, It was developed by Alfred Wegener in the early 20th century, and the theory states that the Earth's continents were once part of a single landmass. This is known as a Pangea, which broke apart and the continents moved to their current positions. Next question. Tectonic activity is related to A. Fossils, B. Sedimentation, C. Structures, and D. Weathering. Tectonic activity is related to structures. Tectonic activity is related to any geological structures including mountains, rift valleys, and volcanoes. When two tectonic plates collide, the impact forces the rock which is forcing upwards and forming mountains. For example, the Himalayan mountains were formed when India collided with Asia. So, tectonic activity is related to structures. C is the correct option. Next question. Lakes formed in deserts are called as A. Playas, B. Meanders, C. Cirques, and D. Oxbow lakes. So, the correct option is A. Playas. Lakes formed in deserts are called as a playas, and a playa is a flat bottomed depression in a desert that was once filled with water but is now dry. And these playas are also known as a dry lake beds. So, lakes formed in deserts are known as a playas. A is the correct option. Next question. Karst topography is associated with A. Shale, B. Sandstone, C. Limestone, and D. Laterite. Karst topography is associated with limestone. C is the correct option. Limestone means this is karst topography is a landscape characterized by caves, sinkholes, springs, and other features that forms when water dissolves and erodes limestone and other soluble rocks. So, C. Limestone is the correct option. Next question. Mid-oceanic ridge is A. Triple junction, B. Convergent plate boundary, C. Transform plate boundary, and D. Divergent plate boundary. Mid-oceanic ridge is a divergent plate boundary, and mid-oceanic ridge is a global chain of underwater mountains that forms a divergent plate boundaries where tectonic plates move apart and they create new ocean floor. And as the plates separate, magma rises from the mantle to fill up the gap, and it cools and solidifies into new oceanic crust. And this process is called as a seafloor spreading. So, mid-oceanic ridge is a divergent plate boundary. D is the correct option. Next question. The lifting and transport of solid particles of primary rock by wind action is called as A. Abrasion, B. Deflation, C. Attrition, and D. Solution. So, the correct option is B. Deflation. Deflation is a type of wind erosion that occurs when wind moves fine and dry soil particles, and the process can leave behind the rock fragments that are too heavy for the wind to lift. And so, here B. Deflation is nothing but the lifting and transport of solid particles by primary rock by wind action. Next question. The most characteristic rock of the island rock system is A. Syenite, B. Granite, C. Basalt, and D. Andesite. So, the correct option is D. Andesite. Andesite is a volcanic rock with an intermediate composition between silica poor basalt and silica rich rhyolite, and it is made up of sodium rich plagioclase, pyroxene, or hornblende. So, the characteristic rock of the island rock system is andesite. D is the correct option. Next question. The alpine orogenic movements started by the end of A. Carboniferous, B. Permian, C. Mesozoic, and D. Proterozoic. The alpine orogenic movement started by the end of the Mesozoic, and they have continued up to the Cenozoic. And the alpine orogeny or alpide orogeny, it was a series of events that began around 300 million years ago and is still ongoing today. So, the alpine orogenic movement started by the end of Mesozoic. Next question. The maximum seismic velocities are attained for the Earth in A. Upper mantle, B. Lower mantle, C. Inner core, and D. Crust. So, the correct option is B. Lower mantle. The lower mantle of the Earth, it has the highest average P wave velocity of all the Earth layers. This is at 10 to 13 kilometers per second. So, the maximum seismic velocities are attained for the Earth in the lower mantle. B is the correct option. Next question. The occurrence of dendritic drainage is due to A. Heterogeneous rocks, B. Homogeneous rocks, C. Structurally disturbed area, and D. Both heterogeneous and homogeneous rocks. The occurrence of dendritic drainage is due to homogeneous rocks. This dendritic drainage is also known as a pinnate drainage, and it looks like the branching of a tree, and this is found in regions of homogeneous material, and these develop in areas where the rock such as granite, gneissic, or volcanic rock and sedimentary rock, which has not been folded beneath the stream, and it has no particular fabric or structure and can be eroded easily in all directions, and it develops in a terrain which has uniform lithology and where faulting and jointing are insignificant. So, the occurrence of dendritic drainage is due to homogeneous rocks. B is the correct option. Next question. Hanging valleys are formed by the action of, the choices given are A. glaciers, B. wind, C. rivers, D. oceans. The correct option is A. glaciers. So, glaciers are the large and slow moving masses of the ice sheet that erode and shape the land through the plucking and abrasion. Hope you have followed this, and see you in the next video. Thank you for your time.